All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is you too, is Pastor Dow. I am in New Jersey, and I'm sitting back and I'm thinking here for a moment. And you have to realize that I'm a pastor that pretty much I speak for the people, especially for the people who don't have a voice, and also those who can't articulate some of the social ills and issues that we seem to be facing here in this country, whether people want to actually agree with it or not. It's pretty bad. We have a systemic problem in America. I mean, a bad systemic problem in America. And I want y'all to listen to me real close because I don't truly believe that it's a black problem, even though we're in the minority. And whenever we, as the minority, it seems to blow up really big whenever there's social injustice and ills, such as cops shooting people. I mean, we literally are having gangster mafia assassinations going on. When you have a man on his face and he has no ability to be able to resist, and how these people spin the narrative, even though you can crystal clearly see the video, he gets shot and dies with his face on the ground. He's no threat whatsoever at all. The reason why that it blows up so heavy is because, you see, cops are supposed to be professionals. Not only that, equally, there was a young white man not too long ago, face down on the ground, complying with the police orders, and the cops shot him to death. Now, there's a racial bias, and there's definitely an agenda that is going on with the news media. And I'll tell you exactly what that agenda is. That agenda is to stir up racial tensions in this country. Because when a white person gets shot and they die, nobody says anything. You don't see it posted all over the news media. But when a black person does, oh man, you know the reason why? Because they're playing on your feelings and emotions. That's exactly what they're doing. And they're hoping to get you to go out and to do something irrational, i.e. Start shooting cops. Now, again, there's a war that's already done started. And Dallas, Texas is just the beginning of it. And I remember years ago warning people exactly what's going to happen. In the cities, this is where they're going to implement martial law. Because now all the city is going to start turning into a Dodge City. And mind you, if you cannot ever admit that there is a problem in the police force, law enforcement, then the problem will never, ever, ever be solved. In Las Vegas, they admitted that there was a problem with police shootings, and they reduced police shootings through education and training by 36%. The reason why it blows up more than anything in this country, and I want y'all to listen to me, and then what I'm going to say is going to be painful. America has never, ever, ever repented for slavery. And because it's never, ever, ever repented for slavery, it's going to continue to keep coming back again and again and again and again and again. You may not like to hear that. You may want to continue to keep your head stuck in the ground. You may want to continue to keep acting like and assuming that nothing ever happened, that you have freed yourself from all guilt and conscience because you wasn't there. But it's just the truth. And it's called the law of sowing and reaping. Again, I don't think that there's a problem with police just shooting black people. I think it's a systemic problem with police shooting Americans who have sworn to actually protect us and defend us from criminals. I just heard a philosopher. His name is Stefan Molyneux, who I believe all my heart is full of shit, especially after I just got finished hearing what he said. Now, the guy gets shot, and one of the first things that come out of his mouth, is that he had a criminal record. What the hell is wrong with you, idiot? What the hell? What kind of philosopher are you? You stupid, idiotic, brutish, foolish man. You're so blinded and so corrupt even in yourself that you believe even your own ideology and godless theology is the sum of all wisdom and the truth of the universe. And you can sit there and see a man on video get shot to death, and all of a sudden he's at fault and he's the problem because he had a criminal past. You remember some time ago, there was now, you know, over in Britain, the soccer players, the black soccer players are called baboons, monkeys, apes, and everything else, right? What happened when we heard that a white boy, a white child, climbed over a fence, and then all of a sudden they shot this gorilla? There was more sympathy and more empathy, now listen to me very closely, for the gorilla that got shot dead than for a black man that gets shot dead unjustly in the streets by the very petite people who have sworn to protect us. Think about that. There is something seriously wrong with our mindset. It is. If you can't see how they're manipulating us, if you can't see how that they are abusing us and using us, and especially people like Stefan Molyneux, you mean to tell, first of all, you don't even live in this country. And I probably will more than likely say that you're probably a coward. And a coward comes in many forms and fashions. No, you don't have to be an expert in weapons training. You don't have to have a past of military or on a SWAT team or something like that, but you can just tell by your posture and demeanor that you think you can whoop people with your words and stuff. And that's when a man actually don't use words to actually whoop people like you who try to evilly affect people's mind through your vain deceit and your stupid philosophy. And actually, when the majority of the philosophers in the world are too busy trying to play God themselves, well, it doesn't do no good to tell them that, well, we're going to see after Christopher Hitchens, I think his name was, he was a philosopher. And of course, you know, the majority of philosophers, upon pain of death, they usually recant all the hell that they have actually been teaching the people throughout the years. And they usually repent. That's what they say, repent. And well, now the generation is becoming more cold, hard, callous, and cruel. I'm going to continue to keep speaking on the political, the economic, the social, the religious perspectives and point of views. I'm going to bring forth the truth. Whether people hear or forbear, it's totally, totally irrelevant. We have a law enforcement problem in this country. Again, my personal opinion is that the government has been at war with the American people for quite some time, and it really, truly started. We went over the hump in 9/11. Because every single law and everything that's been passed since then has all been against us, the American people. You know, it's like the stupidity and the idiocy of blaming a gun when it was a person that used the gun as a tool to kill people. I mean, after all, I said it once and said it 1,000 times. Why don't we just turn around and start banning all planes? I mean, after all, I got to get on the plane to get back home. But did not the terrorists use a plane to fly into a building and kill thousands or hundreds of Americans, cause all type of carnage? You see, it's this thinking right here. It's totally irrational. It's messed up. Now, listen to me. Just because I disagree with someone's perspective or point of view in certain areas does not mean that I hate these people. It doesn't mean I don't hate Stefan Molyneux. You don't even know the man. But I do disagree with him totally in that perspective and this so-called point of view that you have the ideal that someone can't be rehabilitated. Now, I know that he didn't say all this, but when you listen to people, you need to pay attention to the words that are not saying, because when the mouth is open, it communicates the heart. It really, really, truly does. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh, and it is speaking loud. And there are a lot of words that are being said without any voice or power or strength given to them at all. Consider what I say. Just consider at least what I have said. We need a big change. And I'm going to say it again. Unless we vote with our time, energy, and effort, and unless we vote with our resources, our Federal Reserve notes, monies, and unless we're very serious and committed about this, we'll never be as strong as an organization such as the power that the NRA has. Do I think that anyone should die unjustly? No, I'm against all criminal behavior. But I do know that there was a total different philosophy in the War of 1812, total different philosophy in the Revolution. There's a total different philosophy. I mean, after all, we went to war over a 1 cent increase in taxes. And many men died, and now we are taxed to the zenith and we say nothing. What are we as humans today, or Americans?